Picture this. A mom posts a goofy selfie at a friend's birthday. She tags the restaurant, and 3 months later, that same photo shows up in a custody hearing. The lawyer scrolls, the judge looks, and suddenly a private moment is being used as a piece of a case.
Welcome to Danny's Den, your weekly mix of law, love, sports, and pop culture. Let's chat. Today, I'm walking you through how posts, DMs, photos, and tags can show up in court, and what to do in the moment so your family doesn't get pulled into a bigger fight.
Don't panic, but don't delete. Courts can and do treat a post like evidence. A single photo, a DM, a tagged location. Judges want context, and lawyers will stitch timestamps and message chains into a timeline. So preservation matters more than pruning. If you lean into that one idea, preserve, document, then consult, you'll make better decisions than reacting in the moment. What does that look like in real life? Posts show up most often in 3 ways. Custody fights, where someone points to pictures or partying to question care. Harassment cases, where messages document threats or unwanted contact. And family disputes, where old posts are dragged back into the story to hurt reputations. Those are the usual patterns, not the weird exceptions. I once spoke with a mom who was stunned when a tagged photo from a vacation showed up months later. She said, "I felt like my private life had been put under a microscope." That feeling is common and mostly preventable if you preserve context early. So, practical moves. Okay. Breathe. If a post has you spiraling, do these 5 small things right now. First, screenshot with visible timestamps and save the URL. Second, export your account data so you have the originals. Third, tighten privacy settings, but don't rely on hiding things. Preservation beats secrecy. Fourth, write down who saw the post and when. Fifth, call an attorney before you hit delete. These steps protect context and safety. They are not a way to hide bad behavior. Look, these tips are not a dodge to avoid consequences. If something wrong happened, own it. Preservation is about truth, not cover-up. That ethical line matters, and I'll keep saying it because people can misuse defensive tactics. If you're facing harassment or threats, prioritize safety first. Document every message, avoid replying in anger, and report violent or harassing content to the platform. If you feel unsafe, involve law enforcement. Screenshots help, but originals and metadata are stronger. That's where a lawyer or digital forensics pro can make preservation court-ready. Context is everything. Who says that one picture tells the truth? Not me. Not in a courtroom. A single late-night photo might mean nothing on its own, but patterns matter. That's why calendars, notes, and other records can help explain a moment rather than let it be misunderstood. Parents, this comes up a lot. Kids copy what they see, and their accounts can turn up in proceedings too. Start the talk early. What's okay to post, what stays private, and why location tags are a big deal. Make simple household rules, like parental approval for tagging and no public posts during custody exchanges, so everyone knows the boundaries. If you want age-appropriate language for the kids, try this. Think before you tag. Posts can travel farther than we plan. Short, honest, and true, and it gives you a quick script when the moment comes. Co-parenting and partners. When you see behavior that worries you, start private, keep the tone calm, and focus on the effect. Say what you saw, how it made you feel, and what you'd like to change. If the conversation fails, document your attempts to cooperate. Those records can help later. Low-tech moves matter too. Keep a private journal of exchanges. Print and file key posts, or use secure cloud storage for backups. If you need to show repetition, repeated harassment, for example, a clear timeline with dated screenshots turns scattered noise into something a judge can follow. When should you call a lawyer? If posts are threatening custody, safety, or your reputation, if there's harassment or stalking, or if opposing counsel is already asking for social media records, a lawyer can send preservation letters and advise you on what the court can compel. Early advice prevents mistakes you can't undo. Now, a quick practical game day note. It's tempting to post real-time updates from a tailgate or a pickup. Resist posting exact pickup or drop-off times, skip live location tags during custody exchanges, and avoid captions that might inflame an ex. A tiny pause and a private message work better than a public post that could create trouble later. For the music reset, when you feel reactive, pick a short, feel-good lyric or a 5-second snippet you can play and breathe with before you hit post. It sounds small, and it is, but that 5-second pause can change the whole outcome. All right, before we wrap, one more clear statement. Preserve, don't delete. If you remember nothing else, let that be the rule. Preservation keeps options open. Deletion can complicate things.
Quick recap. Preserve evidence, document context and timelines, talk to your kids and set household rules. Approach partners calmly and document attempts at cooperation. And call a lawyer early if posts threaten custody, safety, or involved harassment. Small actions, a saved export, a screenshot, a pause before posting, protect your family and your peace of mind.
If this helped you feel more prepared, do me a favor. Subscribe to Danny's Done so you don't miss future mixes of law, love, sports, and pop culture. If you have a specific legal issue and want one-on-one advice, send me a direct message or email Danielle@thelegalassistancecenter.net to book a free 30-minute legal consultation to see if I can help. You can also drop a comment and tell me what topics you want next. Let's chat.
Thanks for listening to Danny's Den. If you have a specific legal issue that you are looking for assistance with, please send me a direct message or email me at Danielle@thelegalassistancecenter.net to book a free 30-minute legal consultation to see if I can help. You can also drop me a comment in the comment section.